Have you ever noticed some people are like ghosts in the digital world? They're there, but they leave no trace. No selfies, no celebrations, no proof that I went here, no fear of being liked or excluded. In an age where visibility is equated with existing on social media, they choose to remain invisible. Most people think it's shyness, fear of technology, or lack of self-confidence, but they're wrong. Psychology tells us a much deeper story. This behavior is not a deficiency. It tells us that it is a carefully constructed mental defense mechanism. Today, how about we examine the real psychology of people who don't share photos in light of neuroscience and sociology? They see something the majority doesn't. Visibility isn't always power. Sometimes it's a form of captivity disguised as connection and sociability. The academic literature calls this the high privacy orientation, but it's not just about hiding, it's about knowing your limits. Because once you share something, you can't control how it's interpreted, used, or remembered. Research shows that these people are not antisocial. They care not only about the quantity of interaction, but also its quality. They choose depth over breadth. Instead of interactions that become performances, they want the happiness that comes from real, sincere conversation. We can think of it this way. When you share a memory publicly, you turn that memory into a performance. It is no longer yours. It belongs to your audience. People who don't share know this, and they find protecting their moments more valuable than performing on stage. Columbia University researchers call this externalization, making one's identity impervious to external reactions. Most people live in this cycle. Share, get a reaction, adjust yourself according to that reaction. This is mortgaging your identity to others and leaves you open to manipulation. But those who don't share are outside this cycle. They don't need a mirror or applause to know who they are. In psychology, this is called self-clarity, a rare and unshakable type of inner balance that is not shaped by the approval of others. Here's a test for you. When someone asks, "What kind of person are you?" what comes to mind first? Is it, "People see me this way?" or "This is who I am"? If your reference is people, your identity is external. If your reference is values, your identity is internal. Those who do not share belong to the second group. Now let's talk about self-confidence. Dr. Emma Seppälä from Stanford makes a critical distinction here: quiet confidence. External self-confidence is loud but fragile. It constantly needs to shout, "I'm here." If it doesn't receive approval, it fades, becomes sad, and can even fall into depression. Inner self-confidence is silent. It does not feel the need to prove itself because it is already complete internally. True self-confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't collapse when the algorithm changes. It doesn't disappear when others don't comment. It is the most resilient power. This is called counter-signaling. Those who are truly high in status or satisfaction don't bother to prove it. I don't need your approval so much that I don't even bother playing this game. That is the silent but powerful message they are sending. These people question not what they will share, but why they will share it. This is a huge leap in mental awareness. The criteria are not others, but themselves. That's why they share less, but when they do share, that content carries weight. The University of Pennsylvania's research is clear. Those who remain passive on social media and focus on real relationships have deeper and more fulfilling lives. They spend their energy on the real rather than the virtual. That's why people who don't share are usually much better listeners. They don't constantly say, "Me too," tell their own story, or feel the urge to compare. They can just be there. They know a fundamental truth. Social media is a showcase of filtered happiness and one-dimensional identities. They have broken free from that toxic cycle psychologists call social comparison. They no longer compare their ordinary moments with others' best moments. The result? The chronic feeling of inadequacy is replaced by the peace of mind that comes with living at your own pace. They choose to protect themselves rather than show themselves. A 2019 Michigan study confirms this. Those who spend less time on social media and do not engage in sharing stress have higher life satisfaction. But beware, this is not technophobia. It is conscious consumption. They use social media, but they do not allow it to use them. Their time perspectives are different. Instead of instant dopamine hits, they target long-term memory. They ask themselves this question: is sharing this moment with hundreds of strangers important? Or is it what I will feel when I remember it 10 years from now? Here's the most striking scientific fact: Linda Henkel's proven photography bias effect. In an experiment, those who took photos of the museum exhibits remembered them much less than those who only looked at them. Because the brain gets lazy thinking the camera is recording it anyway, the memory is stored on your phone's memory card, not in your memory. When you try to capture it, you actually miss out on living it. Your brain stops feeling the moment and focuses on framing it. Those who don't share know this instinctively. For them, memories are not content to be produced, but experiences to be felt in their veins. Social media is a modern panopticon, a voluntary surveillance tower. The moment you share, you enter that cell. A person who knows they are being watched changes their behavior. They lose their naturalness. They begin to perform. The person who does not share is outside this watchtower. Since no one is watching, no one can judge. And since no one judges, they can be themselves completely. This is called audience captivity. You become whatever your followers want you to be. Those who don't share don't have this responsibility. And of course, JOMO, joy of missing out. That incredible lightness of not being everywhere, not knowing every trend, not getting involved in every debate. Statistics show that JOMO is one of the most effective mental remedies for reducing social anxiety and improving quality of life. We can call this stance digital stoicism, knowing what you can and cannot control. You can't control the fate of the photo you share, but by choosing not to share, you can control your peace of mind. Moreover, not sharing creates mystery, and mystery is always appealing. In a world where everything is out in the open, the unknown is a luxury. To summarize, these people are not shy. They have high self-confidence. They are busy living, not recording memories. They are protecting their borders and resisting the surveillance society. Not sharing photos on social media is not a shortcoming. Often, it is the quietest sign of maturity. Everyone wants to be seen, everyone wants to be applauded, but this is a need, not a power. Only the truly strong know they exist, even when no one sees them. If you're not sharing either, maybe the problem isn't with you. Perhaps you have chosen balance over attention, reality over performance, protection over display, preservation over consumption. Remember, in the digital world, invisibility is not a weakness, but a strategic superpower. Don't turn your life into a showcase. Let some moments remain just yours. Because what is special is protected, and what is protected truly remains yours. Send this video to your invisible friend. Let them know you understand them. Subscribe to Mind Maze to discover the unseen side of psychology. Because we're not watching their lives here, we unravel minds. See you in the next video. Stay healthy.